Hello book lovers, welcome to Literately Elise. I'm Elise and today I have a very exciting announcement for you. I've been thinking about doing this for a few months now. The problem with me and my personality type is that I'm very much a planner and I'm not much of a doer. So I get into this mindset where I get an idea in my head and I'm planning and I'm planning and I'm planning and it's not getting anywhere because I'm not actually doing anything. After months of throwing around ideas and envisioning, I finally decided to do it. And I have started a science fiction book club. I would finally like to introduce to you Libronauts Book Club. Now the term Libronauts, what does that mean? Libro is of course a Spanish word for book. You know me, I love my puns, hence Literately Elise. Libronaut is like astronaut but with books, you get it? What is a Libronaut? A Libronaut is a whimsical term for describing an avid reader who embarks on adventures through the pages of books, and that is exactly what I plan to do with this book club. When you hear the term science fiction, you probably think of space, and while that is a very common and probably maybe even the biggest subgenre of science fiction, that's certainly not the only one, and part of my goal is to maybe show people that, hey, maybe I do like science fiction, I just don't like science fiction about space or aliens. Yes, we'll be reading about space, but we'll also be reading about time travel, speculative fiction, multiverses, AI, robots, dystopian societies, post-apocalyptic worlds, alternative realities, scientific advancements, and technology. There are so many subgenres under the science fiction umbrella. If we're reading about one that you're not really a fan of one month, maybe the next month is something that you'll be into. Now, as far as the schedule for this book club, we are going to read together monthly, except for the months of November and December. I know some people, especially for me and my family, our Novembers are also pretty jam-packed. We have a lot of birthdays, there's Thanksgiving, we do a lot of our end of the year travel at the end of November, early December. So I figured meeting, discussing, having a live show for books January through October would be really good, and then we'd have a couple months off for the rest of the year. Now we're going to kick off Libronauts Book Club in the month of June this year, and the first book we're going to be reading together is The Marriage Act by John Marrs. John Marrs writes a lot of thrillers, but he also writes a lot of science fiction thriller. Now this book takes place in the same world as The One, The Minders, and The Passengers. I've only read the one, but I have heard really good things about the other two books as well. And then he does have another book coming out later this year from the same universe, and that is The Family Experiment. This book takes place in a near future where a right-wing government actively encourages marriage as the norm and punishes people who choose to stay single. But what the people in the society don't realize is that every single word they speak, every disagreement that they have is being very closely monitored by this right-wing government to ensure everyone will love, honor, and obey. I'm really excited about this book. After having read the one a couple years ago, I am positive that this book is going to completely blow my mind, and I really hope that you'll decide to join us to read it. Every month I will of course have a co-host with me, and in June to read The Marriage Act with me is going to be Kendal of Kendal's Pages here on BookTube as well as over on Bookstagram. But we are going to have a live discussion at the end of every month, maybe the beginning of the following month depending on the schedules of myself and my co-host, but we'll have a live show here on my channel. I did also create a Discord, so you can follow the link down below if you want to join that. You can introduce yourself to your fellow Libronauts. There's a channel on there for spoiler-free discussion, and then I'll probably also break the book down by sections, like a certain number of chapters where you guys can talk maybe a little bit more in depth about your thoughts of the book so far. So in the description below I do have a link to the Libronauts Book Club Bookstagram account, so be sure to follow along there. I have a link to Kendal's Bookstagram and BookTube channel. If you do want to pick up The Marriage Act and read with us, the audiobook is available on Everand, which if you don't know used to be Scribd, and I also do have a link in my description for if you've never joined Scribd or Everand before, you can follow the link and get your first 60 days free of listening. They have so many audiobooks available to listen to. It's probably my favorite audiobook subscription. You'll get 60 days free, and because it is a referral link I will then get 30 days free. Otherwise, if you don't have Everand, be sure to check with your local library to see if they have a copy available, either physically at your library or through the Libby or Hoopla app. So yeah, I am so excited and I'm very nervous about this book club. Definitely going outside of my comfort zone a little bit. I am notoriously shy and maybe even a little bit socially awkward. I hope you'll join me. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to hit like and subscribe, and until next time, bye.